hard to capture. Extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my psyche.
Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, bringing you guys another discussion for Boruto, Naruto Next Generations, the manga. And for the anime only fans, this is the time of the month where a lot of the content that we're going to be talking about over here on the channel is going to be spoiler heavy. So I thank you for your support. But with all that being said though, if you're still here, I'm assuming you're okay with me talking about spoilers. So I wanted to talk to you guys about what a lot of people are saying is Kurama's major mistake by allowing Naruto to use a new transformation that could potentially kill Naruto if you take Kurama's words at face value. A lot of people have kind of pushed to the point where Kurama pauses when Naruto says, how come you didn't tell me about this power any sooner than this? And you get this panel where after Naruto says like, hey Kurama, why didn't you tell me this? Kurama, he pauses and he says, because you'll die. If you do this, it's gonna be over for you. And a lot of people have taken that to mean, well, maybe this means that Kurama is gonna sacrifice his life instead of Naruto. And I took that a separate way, okay? And the reason why I took that a separate way is because the thing about Kurama is we know that midway during the 4th Great Ninja War that Kurama really became touched and affected by Naruto. There's a very close bond between these two. And I think that something like this, having Naruto use a power like this, is a situation where Kurama does not want Naruto to die. If you look at his words very closely, Kurama says that it's only really worth me giving you this power because you're already set in your mind that you're gonna die anyway. Naruto, you're really prepared to die. And he says that there might be a way. However, it's a do or die situation, a last stand, ace up your sleeve type of thing. Only worth trying since you're expecting to be killed anyway. And so a lot of people said, well, if that's the case, if Kurama's telling Naruto that it's only really worth you using this power because you're expecting to be killed anyway, then what's going to happen to Kurama? And so I want to address that now because I think a lot of people have forgotten a key thing that happens with the Biju, which is the fact that unless they make a retcon, when a Jinchuriki dies, the Biju does die alongside them. However, the Biju eventually gets reborn out in the wild somewhere. So the Biju never actually goes into the afterlife themselves. They get reborn. This was something that was stated to us in the Naruto manga on more than one occasion. I'm not sure if the anime hammered that home, but I know that the manga hammered that home quite a few times in the Naruto manga. The reason being is that tail beasts, they're pure chakra, so they can't actually die. So if the Jinchuriki dies, then their chakra is just gonna reform somewhere out in the world by themselves. So I don't think that Kurama's making a mistake here, because at the end of the day, he's honoring what Naruto wants. Naruto said, like, I don't care if I don't have enough power to stop Isshiki as the Hokage. I'm gonna do what I have to do, and even if I die, I'll just be a corpse on his leg, and I'll be doing everything I can as a corpse to keep him from harming my village. And he considers Kawaki to be one of his villagers. And what I like about in this moment right here is that Kurama, in my opinion, by having that moment where Kurama pauses and he has that faraway expression on his face, I really feel like you see just how far Naruto and Kurama have come, because Kurama hated the idea of being sealed inside of Naruto, and now he's in a situation where he looks genuinely worried about giving Naruto this power. And if you look at the last 10 pages of the chapter, on more than one occasion, Kurama tries to give him a way out of it. He tries to give him a way out of it, says, are you sure, Naruto? If it was something to where Kurama himself was going to end up dying and he was not going to be able to be reformed in the future, I don't think that Kurama would be sitting there basically trying to talk Naruto out of it, because at the end of the day, if this was something that was going to only take his life, they have enough of a relationship to where I feel like Kurama would actually tell Naruto and be upfront with them that, look, if you do this, you're gonna lose my power for good. I really feel like that's something he would be upfront with Naruto and saying, because he's been inside of Naruto's body for over 30 years at this point. They've gotten really, really close in the 16 long years since the end of the 4th Great Ninja War, by Kurama telling Naruto that, look, once you do this, this is over. You know that if you use this, quote, you'll die, end quote. I think that Kurama even saying that to Naruto, I don't think that's a mistake so much as that's just honoring the wishes of his Jinchuriki. Because you have to remember, for Kurama is somebody that the Sage of Six Paths said was that child of destiny, and Kurama, after everything was said and done, Kurama even has a line in the Naruto manga where he is ashamed of the feelings that he feels for Naruto, but he has a line where it's implied that when he looks at Naruto, he sees the Sage of Six Paths, somebody that reminds him of the Sage of Six Paths. So I think it's okay with this. I think it's okay because, again, it just kind of goes back to what the Sage of Six Paths said, that Naruto and Kurama, they have a very special relationship where Kurama appears to be embarrassed by it, but at this point you can tell that they've kind of gotten past this. And what I like in this moment right here is that, you know, Kurama, he gives him one more time and says, Naruto, are you sure? Then that's when Naruto goes in that big ass spiel saying, I've been preparing for this ever since the day I was gonna be Hokage, since the day I said I was gonna go into this form and become Hokage. That's somebody that seems resolute in their actual death. Now, I will say this. If they do decide to go the route where Kurama, by pausing, when he tells Naruto, when Naruto says, Kurama, how come you didn't tell me about this power sooner? If they go this route and they say, well, that was Kurama saying, damn, I'm really going to give my life up for Naruto, that's going to be in character for Kurama. However, it's going to be a little bit out of character for Kurama withholding that information, unless they tie it into one of those things where Naruto's will, his resolve, had to be 100% at the point where he was willing to throw his life away in order to use the power, and Kurama just used a bait and switch on Naruto at the back end. If they go that route, then hey, I'll completely ride with it. But based on what I've seen so far, I don't see that as being the case. I'm not gonna rule it out. I'm taking it more so at face value. I didn't see enough there to say that, oh, he paused because he said, I'm going to switch my life out for Naruto's. I don't think so. Again, if that's the case, there would have been something else slipped into there that makes it clear that Kurama was the one that was going to end up dying, and that this was a different scenario than what happens with Biju, because the Jinchuriki will not be revived once they die. The Biju will always be revived. And so if you're gonna break the actual laws of the universe like this, to where the Biju itself does not get to come back after being destroyed, if you violate the laws of the universe like this, I feel like there should have been more information given to us on the front end. That way we understand how big of a sacrifice Naruto's making. Going that route, that does not resonate as well, in my opinion. Again, not when you telegraph it like it's Naruto the one dying and not actually Kurama. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.